A misdemeanor complaint has been filed against former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. It alleges he was involved in a sex crime while in office. Cuomo resigned as governor in August after multiple women said he touched them inappropriately. After his resignation, Cuomo questioned the motives of the state attorney general who oversaw the investigation. Cuomo has also repeatedly denied the allegations, admitting, though, he made mistakes, but always insisting the more serious accusations were untrue.
I want you to know directly from me that I never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances. I am 63 years old. I've lived my entire adult life in public view. That is just not who I am, and that's not who I have ever been.
The details surrounding these come with many questions, and to help us understand the process, let's bring in attorney Andrew Lieb. Andrew, what is in the complaint against Andrew Cuomo?
So it's a one-page complaint, and it's called a misdemeanor complaint. It's by the Albany Sheriff's Department, and it's alleging forcible touching, which is a Class A misdemeanor. I have to be very clear on that word. We're not talking about a felony here, although a misdemeanor is chargeable with up to a year in jail. So this is not just about one accuser in the entire story. So is it possible that he could face more charges if for some reason more women file complaints? 100% there could be more charges, and I want to tell you that I'm surprised that this was the charge alone, because there's a lesser charge, sexual abuse in the third degree, which is an easier case for them to make, which is a Class B misdemeanor. That being said, doing a misdemeanor is a really crazy thing to see for someone that used to be the governor. We're not talking about just anyone on the street. You usually don't see elected officials of that level, whether it's the president or the governor, who leaves in this type of situation, thereafter get charged with a criminal matter, unless it's an egregious thing like a felony. This is a misdemeanor, which, by the way, is like a DUI, which isn't nothing. Don't make a misunderstanding about that. He did get charged with intentionally bodily contact. They touched her on the bra. That's no good. But this is a shock to us all.
So why do you think they went with the misdemeanor instead of a felony?
Well, they don't have enough, from what I've heard so far, to get to the felony level. But even doing this, I'm surprised that they wouldn't wait. You asked me if there would be more complaints and more people. They have 2 years to bring that. That's the statute of limitations. And they're saying this happened in December 2020. So I don't know why they jumped the gun. I wonder if there's some political stuff going on there. Because if it was me and I, as you said, had other witnesses that may have more severe stuff, I wouldn't want to go and just shoot the governor in the leg. I'd want to blow him up. You want to go strong about someone like this. And it's a weak charge, I think, to just go after forcible touching, not to make light of forcible touching. But we're talking about someone who made his whole achievement, irony about trying to get rid of sexual harassment in the state of New York being brought down by sexual harassment.
So if this is the only charge, what are the next steps in this particular case, and what happens if he ends up being convicted?
It starts off with an arraignment where his attorney is going to waive what's called the public reading, so they don't have to hear the charges. They're going to plead not guilty, and then they're going to start negotiating a plea. They'll have discovery, and then eventually, if they can't get a plea agreement, there'll be a trial.
Attorney Andrew Lieb, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Such a pleasure. Thank you.